Yeah, it's great, isn't it? Need some love beads and things. Need to go and frolic in the mud.
There's ambulance there already. There's the actual stage. How are they all there? Oh, they're all crowding round it.
There's the stage, which I think we approached from the opposite side.
Right.
Well, I think last time we came, we approached from the...
Oh, look at them, Rod. You need your wellies on.
Did you come last year?
Flower power.
9
Oh
years
gosh,
ago.
there's lots on that side as well. There must be how many is there here? That'll be full tents, I would think.
But I thought it was an impressive, but basically rather chilly house. No, chilly in the sense of, not a house to warm the heart. No.
How long's it going on for this festival? Buses over there. You'd like it back there, are they?
Dragon?
And there was some big holes who would be uncomfortable.
Who?
There's no way to go. British house.
To do a lot of service.
And if you go down the big pathway there, at the bottom of the path, go to the right. To the right of the church, the toilets are there. They're the only ones we've got. There aren't any inside. So they're just to the right-hand side of the church, which is right by the side of the house.
Find Venus in her chariot. Right. Yes. There we are. There's the answer.
to Langton Church. Benjamin really loved this church very much, and he actually said that it was one of the most attractive and interesting churches in Lincolnshire, and therefore in England, because Lincolnshire is rich in remarkable churches. So I have to remember that quote.
Right, I'm going to ring the bell. Is it a warm garden or is it?
It's a warm garden, completely. Well, they probably decide and go out and have a chat about out here before we get next over there, or when they arrive. Yes, it is.
Yes. Well, not very good.
I still don't know how they do that.
Feels like they're not going to sometimes.
That's been really helpful. Is it good? Yeah, indeed. Yeah, good. Yes, it's really good. Did you enjoy your day?
Yeah, it's been lovely, hasn't it?
Oh, I've really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Really interesting.
I mean, just a pity the weather's not been better. Made a huge difference.
When you look, it's really misty here.
Yes. Yeah, I don't think
You can
anyone's.
see it just over Hull actually.
Yeah.
Really. Will you get much? I'll see. Will it?
Yeah, well, I'm just seeing what I can get.
What comes of it? That way.
me that it was reopened, astonishingly, by March 1761, so they must have really got a move on. It was done, as I say, under the ownership of the Dukes of Newcastle. It was to make the whole place much more presentable as far as they were concerned, and stylish for them to have a mausoleum underneath. You've got detailed on this side.
The pulpit tester, which is somehow moved to the back.
We're already making comments that it's a proposal that was put before the PCC. If they didn't want the decorative scheme they chose in 1891, they can have the alternative shown in the other one. But do look, I think it's the particular roof, which you can see. The western end of the Tyrrell family took the land here at the dissolution. They were one of the county families that benefited from the dissolution.
Yes, sit on the cassock,
The green and the Lord's Prayer are separate in separate frames, and according to tradition, these were worked by the women of the Tyrrell family ready for this new church. And that obviously would have a name. It's very ornamental. Just put a bit of a sunshine on it. I introduced her over the whom I've only emailed a number of times.
You could be sisters.
These have always been this rich red colour, in my memory anyway, and I think they're wonderful. And I do think it's very clever to actually paint the radiators the same colour. I think they just it. And the fact it's got a church with central heating is quite novel in Lincolnshire. Kirsten is a vestry, but it was the family pew of the Scarboroughs if they were here. And if you go inside, it has a very nice antique corner cupboard in there.
Counted them in. Count them out. Keep still.
As I was saying, I'm not a trained historian, I'm an enthusiastic amateur, and my retirement project has been creating an online daily blog, a calendar of events that took place on this date in Hull and East Yorkshire.
See the building on the right hand side, the museum? When I said about Parliament, they looked right down the far end, and the street that you can see is Parliament Street, which is just coming round the corner here. Just on the corner here where the light traffic lights are on the right hand side, that's the window that we're looking at, and that's what they call Parliament Street. And they just pointed, they went, that's what we call Parliament Street, and that's where it is there on the right hand side. So if you look behind us, the Harbour Master saw that as Parliament Street, and I didn't know that.
Right, I don't know if everybody heard that. So Brian's talking about the naming of Parliament Street. Oh, you told earlier, that's fine. Hedden, Preston and Caingham, and further. On a very clear day you might see Paddington. So, is it longitude or latitude? There, we just passed it.
They must have thought it worth rebuilding. It was very nice, yeah.
Very
yes.
nice, actually.
Yeah.
So we have had the best of all worlds, I think, today in terms of the view. We will be visiting Wotton Abbey, Southburn Museum, Driffield, St Michael's at Garton-on-the-Wolds, Burshill and Leven. Quite a few stops today, so please be prompt back after each stop so we don't have to miss anything out. I'm Carol Osgerby. We'll start the commentary proper when we've picked up the Beverley people. Thank you.
You can go, if you don't Cranswick Connect, you can go down that road and follow the road all the way around and come in the bottom end of Cranswick. It's tight, but I know I drive a full-size Arctic, so I've been up and down it.
Never worked with him.
Yeah.
See if we can.
You should have turned off to the right just a moment ago.
This is our recreation of the grave of the Kirtland warriors. This is from about 200 BC. He was a man of about 25. He died, so far as we can tell, of natural causes, disease or something or other, but he was not killed in battle because his bones showed no sign of trauma or defensive wounds like you would get from a battle situation. He was buried with food. Now, we thought originally he was buried with food for the afterlife, but actually it seems it's more the practice that when they died, there's a big bean feast around them.
Interesting that the weather has decided to coincide with the theme of water of our tour today, so come out in sympathy with us.
That's
I thought when I stopped in the car, not local to here.
Are they sort of a pattern and then put the pattern on and then paint it?
now then, Roger will be able to tell you that.
Pulfin Bog and Pulfin Lake are to our right, about a half-hour walk along the side of the river if you start from the Crown and Anchor pub.
So some people have asked, well, why is it dedicated to St Margaret of Scotland? Well, St Margaret was actually an Anglo-Saxon princess who was really...
Is that from the old church?
That's from the Victorian church, yes, which is built in by Edwards. That's all survived the stained glass from the Victorian church.
Yes, but as you look down the rest of the church, you'll see that although it's an ancient foundation, there's been a great deal of Victorian rebuilding, and there's very little of the stonework that is on show is pre-Victorian.
Yeah.
As I say, there's not much Georgian in here, but you're now coming to my cottage. Are you reading out?
Not finished.
If you'd like to read out what it says about Church Cottage. Church Cottage? I think it's called Ivy Cottage.
Ivy Cottage,
yes.
By the church gate, was built 1830 as a school and schoolhouse by Lord Holland. A pleasing brick central stack cottage with hipped roof. The adjoining small schoolroom has 3 round arched windows, and the vicarage is separate.
Yes, and an earlier history of, I think Bulmer's History of Holiness or something like that, says, described it as lying between the church and the vicarage and conforming in style with neither. Anyway, so if you'd like to come